Kobbie Mainoo'S resurgence at Manchester United under Michael Carrick has reignited a debate that refuses to go away. It is no longer just about potential or promise, but about proof. Proof that one of England's brightest midfield talents was ready for responsibility long before some were willing to admit it. Under Carrick's guidance, Mainoo has looked like a player finally trusted to express himself. His confidence on the ball, positional intelligence, and calm decision-making have stood out in a United side searching for stability. This is not a young player hiding behind experience, but one demanding the ball and dictating rhythm. For many United supporters, this form only sharpens the question surrounding Ruben Amorim's decision to overlook Mainoo. At a time when progressive midfielders are the currency of modern football, ignoring such a profile feels increasingly baffling. Mainoo's performances have carried a maturity beyond his years. He receives under pressure, turns away from danger, and keeps United ticking even in chaotic moments. These are traits that cannot be coached overnight, they are instinctive. Michael Carrick, himself once an understated midfield general, seems to understand this better than anyone. Rather than overcomplicating Mainoo'S role, Carrick has simplified it, allowing him to play to his strengths. The results have been immediate and convincing. There is a composure in Mainoo'S game that mirrors Carrick's own playing days. He rarely rushes a pass, rarely panics when pressed, and always seems to choose the most efficient option. That calmness has spread to those around him. In matches where United have struggled for control, Mainoo has often been the solution. He offers angles, recycles possession, and breaks opposition lines with subtle movement rather than flashy gestures. This makes Amorim's decision to ignore him even more glaring. Known for valuing intelligent, technically secure midfielders, Amorim's system would seemingly suit Mainoo perfectly. Yet the opportunity never truly came. Perhaps the hesitation stemmed from Mainoo'S age. But football history is full of teenagers trusted in big moments who repaid that faith tenfold. Mainoo looks cut from that same cloth. Under Carrick, the shackles appear removed. Mainoo plays with freedom, but also with responsibility. He understands when to push forward and when to hold position, a balance many senior midfielders still struggle to find. His defensive awareness has been particularly impressive. Mainoo anticipates danger early, intercepts passes, and uses his body intelligently rather than diving into reckless challenges. This tactical discipline is precisely what modern managers crave. It is also why questions around Amorim's judgment have grown louder as Mainoo continues to shine. Carrick's trust has allowed Mainoo to develop rhythm. Game after game, he looks more assured, more vocal, and more influential. Consistency has replaced flashes. The numbers, while not always headline-grabbing, tell their own story. Pass completion, recoveries, and progressive actions have all improved. Mainoo is impacting games in ways that go beyond goals and assists. Supporters can see it clearly. There is a sense of security when Mainoo is in midfield, a feeling that United are less likely to lose control of matches unnecessarily. For a club long criticized for mismanaging young talent, Carrick's handling of Mainoo feels like a corrective step. It is development through trust, not protection through avoidance. In contrast, Amorim's reluctance now looks overly cautious. Football rarely rewards fear of risk, especially when the reward is a player of Mainoo'S caliber. Mainoo'S adaptability is another factor worth highlighting. He has operated in different midfield roles under Carrick without looking out of place. That versatility only strengthens the case that he was ready earlier. His understanding of space is elite. Mainoo drifts into pockets that open passing lanes, constantly offering an option when teammates need relief. This spatial intelligence is what separates good midfielders from great ones. It is also something managers usually treasure, making his earlier omission harder to justify. Carrick has spoken through actions rather than words. By building his midfield around Mainoo, he has sent a clear message about belief and long-term vision. Opposition teams have begun to take notice. Mainoo is no longer ignored during pressing phases, he is targeted, which speaks volumes about his growing influence. Yet even under pressure, he remains composed. He draws fouls, keeps possession, and frustrates opponents who expect youthful mistakes that never arrive. For Amorim, this form will sting. Watching a player flourish elsewhere often does. But it also invites reflection on whether caution clouded judgment. Mainoo'S rise under Carrick highlights the importance of timing in football careers. One manager's hesitation can be another's opportunity. It also reinforces the idea that young players need clarity. Mainoo now knows his role, his value, and his importance to the team. That clarity has translated into leadership qualities. He points, organizes, and communicates, traits rarely seen so naturally in someone so young. United's midfield balance has improved as a result. With Mainoo anchoring play, others are free to express themselves higher up the pitch. This knock-on effect is significant. A strong central presence elevates an entire team, not just individual performances. Carrick deserves credit for recognizing this early. His faith has accelerated Mainoo'S development in ways cautious rotation never could. As the season progresses, Mainoo'S case will only grow stronger. Each assured display adds weight to the argument that he was always ready. For fans, there is a bittersweet satisfaction. Pride in Mainoo'S growth mixed with frustration that it took so long for belief to arrive. For Amorim, the lesson is clear. Talent like Mainoo'S cannot be left waiting indefinitely without consequence. Football moves quickly, and opportunities once passed rarely return in the same form. Kobbie Mainoo'S Manchester United form under Michael Carrick is not just a personal triumph. It is a reminder that trust, when placed correctly, can unlock brilliance. And in that sense, his rise stands as quiet but compelling evidence that Ruben Amorim made a costly mistake by ignoring him.